Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Amazon Prime Week. And if you're not a member of Amazon Prime, we're sorry, but we wanted to see if we could talk to Jeff Bezos and see what he's doing about Amazon Prime Week. And as a honeymooner, newly married to former astronaut Lauren Sanchez, how are you, Liz?
Oh my God. Mr. Reality does have a tip jar listed down below. He's put this together for us. All right, what would you like to know?
So, how is Jeff doing on his honeymoon there?
He is totally loved up. He really is.
Is he excited? Is he happy? Is he
He is very happy, actually. He is very excited. He believes that she is the love of his life.
ah, interesting. Did have they known each other in past lives? Did she slip something into his drink? And if I were him, I wouldn't have her cook my meals, but that's just me.
Oh my God. Did she have to sign a prenup? Oh, yeah, she
Yeah,
had
we
to
read
sign
about the
a
prenup.
prenup.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Um, did you have, let's ask, did they have past lives together? Yeah, they have been together in a past life. How many? I feel just one, actually, just one past life were they living as, yeah, they were living as husband and wife. They had children, and they were poor. They were very, very poor in that past life. It
Oh,
was a real struggle, lots of hardship, barely any food on the table. Yeah,
how far back was that?
it was in the 1800s.
Hmm, okay. Uh, how do his family feel about Lauren Sanchez? I think he has four kids, Jeff Bezos.
Okay, do we have a picture of the kids, please? Let's have a
I
look.
don't know. He's very secretive about the kids. Can't see him.
Okay, how do the kids feel about, no, they don't like her. I'm telling you right now, that is the first thing I got. So they do not like, they hate her. They absolutely despise her. Why
Hmm.
do you all hate her? She's mean. She doesn't want anything to do with them. She doesn't really talk to them. Um, she doesn't encourage him to interact with the kids. Do you
Does
go
he
around?
love his
They don't even
kids?
like, huh?
Does he love his kids, or is he just indifferent? He's just goo-goo-eyed.
Hmm. Do you love your children? To a degree. I mean, to a degree that a narcissist can love their child, right? Which is, the audience need to make their minds up about that one. I mean, I'm sure they can understand that statement.
How does uh, his first wife feel about the new marriage? And here's a picture of Mackenzie Scott here, his first wife.
How do you feel about the marriage? Oh, she's sick over it.
What was the
It's so
reason for their breakup?
it's so in your face. It's just like it's almost a brand, she says. Um, it's just sickening. She doesn't believe that there's anything true love about it. She believes that they're making money off of a brand, and they are the brand, and that she also believes that Lauren is gonna leave him flat. I got news for her. Are they ever going? I don't think they will get divorced.
Hmm.
They will stay together.
Well, they were together 25 years, and I think there might have been some texts to her that came out, and that was the reason for the breakup. And Mackenzie received a $35 billion Amazon stock in the divorce settlement. She's given over 14 billion away to charity. So she desires to do that, give it away to charity for the rest of her life. what is she up to and how's her life doing, minus the whole Bezos former new marriage going?
So for her, when you asked the question, what was the reason for the breakup? What was it? It was the constant cheating.
Hmm.
Constant. Multiple, multiple women. So let's ask this question. Lauren, I'm asking Lauren, does Jeff cheat on you? Yeah, she doesn't really care. She lets him be free sexually. She doesn't care. As long and she just said to me, as long as my bills are paid, what do I care?
It's said that she married Dan Jewett, a science teacher, but reports in 2023 say she has divorced him quietly. Are they still together? And is she single to date me or not?
Is she what, Mackenzie? Are you married? No, she's not married. That was a big mistake. And again, she was duped by another narcissist. It was like marrying Jeff all over again, is what I'm getting. Are you single now? No, she's in a relationship, but she
Ah,
keeps it very, very quiet
well, there
and
goes my
very
chance.
independent of each other.
Past lives between Jeff and Lauren. How many?
Oh, Mackenzie, sorry. Past lives
Mackenzie's got
between
there.
Jeff and Mackenzie. Oh, many past lives. Lots of past lives with Mackenzie. Lots of children, lots of hardship, heartbreak. Um, has he cheated on her in past lives? All the time.
How many times do you have to go through the same thing? We've talked about this offline too. It seems like there's no counseling when you get to the soul level and you still have the same problems we see here continuously and continuously. And there's fallout while you're here, but no fallout when you're up there. So it seems like a broken system to me. What would what would Mackenzie say about that if she keeps choosing the same, you know, problems or problem
Her,
person?
yeah, her choice in, men is diabolical, is what she's saying to me. Now, what I will say is this. Jeff regrets divorcing her, Mackenzie, but he's
Well,
not willing to say he's sorry. He's not willing to be responsible, be accountable. His sex addiction rules everything about him. He's not willing to give that up. He just wishes that Mackenzie would have been okay with it. Lauren, I feel, is okay with it. More than
hmm,
okay, right? Because let me ask her, is this a business transaction for you? Yes, it is.
okay. Who put her up to the business transaction? And is she working for any other like authority or government or agency or group that are rich?
Are you working for anyone to, is that how? No, this is her MO. She figured it out. This was the lifestyle she wanted.
So she couldn't get Elon Musk. She decided to go with the second richest man in the world.
Ooh, what about Elon Musk? She doesn't like Elon Musk. Okay, at all.
Does she like Jeff Bezos?
She does,
Does
but
she
she
love
likes
him?
the fame, the fortune, the press, the limelight, the money. Do you have free access to his money? For the most part. I mean, if she wants something, see, she said yes, but then she says, well, whatever I want, I just tell him. And I'm saying, so can you actually make transactions with his money yourself? And I'm getting, like, other than maybe lunch with a friend or things like that, I'm getting a no.
Does Jeff Bezos have like an Amazon Black card and he can just say, "Oh, whatever I want, deliver it to me anywhere I want"?
I mean, he has whatever he wants wherever he wants it. I mean, and he's heavily into hiring all sorts of people.
So their relationship, is it it's I didn't hear your answer to does she love him?
Do you love him? She says I'm learning to love him.
That'd be a no. Is this relationship going to like fuel their ego or fuel like a lesson? What's the coalescence of this relationship for both of their soul paths?
Just to fuel the ego. It really is a brand. This is all about building brand Lauren.
Hmm.
And if she could break away and make it on her own, she would. But I don't feel that she is strong enough to do that personality wise. She can't do that on her own. But this is about brand Lauren. Now, I have some questions about the wedding.
Sure.
Um,
There were some stories that said some of the pictures were AI generated from their wedding. I saw. I don't know if we want to tackle that or not,
mm,
but
were some of the pictures they, I mean, not that they took. There may be AI, they're saying to me, there may be AI generated images, but not images that they actually posted. They paid a lot of money for photographers and videographers and, people to manage the wedding. So my question is this, because, Europe does not like flash. Europe does not like people really, and I know this is a blanket generalization, but on the whole, I think we can all agree that most Europeans despise people with money. Okay. And there was such uproar about this $50 million wedding in Venice. Okay. So let's ask this question. What do you think about the backlash and the criticism that you received over the cost of your wedding? So I'm asking both of them together. They really don't care. Because there was a lot of things. Well, why couldn't you just have like a $10 million wedding and then you donated 40 million to like European causes or things like that? I mean, and they said we donate enough money. We are entitled to have a $50 million wedding, and we will have it again if we want to.
all right.
So
What
all
other
of that
questions about the wedding?
criticism, oh, sorry, all of that criticism they received from the European media in many different European countries, did it have any effect on none whatsoever? They do not care. They do not care because I'm thinking, well, yeah, but she's trying to build a brand, Lauren, or this image other than Amazon, right? I feel that the brand image is to move away from Amazon into their own like lifestyles of the rich and famous, right? If you remember that show. And it's about their brand. Not that they're going to create any products and sell. They don't need to do that, but it's about creating this media brand, um, just an image. And that having a $50 million wedding with lots and lots of criticism coming from the European press, do you not think that that tarnished the brand? Oh, yeah, they say, yeah, it did, but we're not so worried about what they think. So let me ask Lauren. I'm going to separate the two and I'm going to ask her, how did you feel about spending $50 million and receiving loads of criticism from the press? How did you feel about that? So she's saying this was Jeff's decision. He wanted, they both wanted a big wedding, but he set the budget for the wedding. Did you set the budget? No, he controls the money. I'm telling you. She thinks that and I guess she does have access, right? How would she not have access? But he controls the money. By being married to him, does that mean you freely have access to the money? No, absolutely not. It does not. He dictates what they spend, what they buy. Do you have any say so on like buying homes? I mean, she gets to view the homes or view whatever it is he wants to buy. But what if it's your idea? No, I'm getting a no. So he's very firmly in control of the money.
So let's talk about Blue Horizon, his spacecraft company. Does he feel that's going to be a success? What's he going to do for it? What's the next goal? Because when he was a kid, he wanted to build space hotels.
Blue space. You know, it was more exciting, he says, when they were in a race, when he was in a race with Elon Musk, is what I'm getting. That's when it was exciting. That's when there was a challenge. What do you think about he's not so much bothered about this space program. It's just it was something to be in competition with someone. You know, people at the top are extremely competitive. So that's what was driving the ambition behind that. Let's ask him this question. What do you think about Elon at the moment? He's a dangerous man. Okay, why do you say, I'm asking Jeff, why do you say Elon is a dangerous man? Ooh, he's got himself into some hot water. Well, so what do you ever speak to Elon? Not really. No, I mean, they obviously roam around in similar circles. But why do you think he's got himself in hot water? He says with Trump, quite clearly. Okay, what do you think about Elon creating this new political party? So, according to Jeff Bezos's personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not mine, not Mr. Reality's, that's how mind probes work, right? He thinks that it's a very stupid idea. Why do you say that? Why do you think it's a very stupid idea? Because he believes it's going nowhere. See, here you go. He says it will ruin the brand. It will ruin
What
the
brand's he
brand.
talking about?
Well, the brand Elon Musk. Are you saying that brand like Elon Musk is a brand? Yeah. So he's saying to me, when your name is big enough, you become the brand itself, okay? And he says by getting involved in politics is a very dangerous game, and he says he will ruin the Elon Musk brand. So everything that is Elon will be tarnished because of his political views. Jeff believes that Elon should stay out of politics.
How is Jeff owns the Washington Post, and how is I think he still does accordingly. Yes, he acquired it for 250 in 2013. How does he feel when what's he feel that the Post is doing?
How do you feel that the Washington Post is doing? I mean, he thinks that he just said American media is dead. I'm like, why do you say because it is. He's saying all of these papers are irrelevant, they're dying a death. He basically what I am getting very strongly, were you approached? Yeah, I feel he was approached to save the paper then. And you can't save uh newspapers that are dying and losing their relevance. There's too much choice out there. People are going to other places to get their information. They're not looking for newspapers to give them the info.
Right. What's a newspaper? Except something you donate to, I don't know, wrap up when you buy glassware at the store. What is Jeff Bezos' next plan and what's he working on? Or is he going to go into retirement and just enjoy life with his new Botox queen?
Um, You are so funny. You know, people will be commenting about your
Oh, I'm
jokes.
sure. Yeah. And that's why I comment, you know. So
I know you're just making jokes. You are funny. You are funny. You can't help but laugh. Okay. And the question is, what is the next thing that you want to do? Okay. So he really wants to get a foothold on the AI. He really does. He wants to be an AI generator. Do you believe that AI will affect Amazon? He says, yeah, it could affect Amazon. And you need, oh, okay. Excuse me. What you need is for when people are searching for something, he just said to me, what you want is the Amazon product to pop up in the search. So, like, and this is what you're looking for, and these are the products that we're recommending, and he wants those products to be Amazon.
I'm sure he's already doing that now. If you're shopping on Prime Day, make sure you go to camelcamelcamel.com and see what the original price was before they jacked it up to give you a discount on it, by the way. Personal shopping note from Mr. Reality.
Oh,
So he's going to work on, does he want to make his own artificial intelligence system like Grok or like Elon Musk or like Sam Altman or
ooh, do you want to make your own artificial intelligence? Eventually, yes, but honestly, as I tap into him today, his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, I feel he's tired. I feel that he just kind of wants to, I do pick up on a sense of retirement energetically. I do.
is that from working at Amazon or something new or like the idea? Like what he's just going to retire from all of it and not retire, but we mean take a back seat.
I mean, there's a part of him that wants to stay competitive and relevant, right? But then there's another part of him that says, you know what? I've done all that. I don't need to keep doing this. I maybe want to live my life in peace and just quietly,
That's not really possible
secluded.
for him though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, that's kind of impossible. And he goes, well, as much isolation and seclusion as he can. I mean, he doesn't mind if Lauren puts herself out there and she's seen and photographed and all of that. But the reality is, once the excitement wears off, he will actually want to become quite reclusive.
Eh, There's no other like legacy project that he has then.
Is there any other legacy I mean, he's still yes and no. Yes and no. Will he create? Let's ask. Let's ask Steve Jobs. Will he create? I think he'll try to keep his finger in the pie. It may not be as big as Amazon, but he'll create something just to have some, his hat in the ring is what I'm getting.
Did he have a
Just
past
to
life?
have some
I'm
clout.
sorry.
Hmm.
Did he have a past life as like another legacy builder at all, or is this his first one?
Have you been successful in a past life before? He has been successful in a past life before. It's way, way back. It wasn't with Lauren, it was with Mackenzie, and his personality became abhorrent.
Hmm.
He, yeah.
I want to ask a former helicopter pilot, Lauren Sanchez, about her brand. What's that going to be like?
I mean, she just wants to generate money. How do you want to generate money for herself? I mean, she does have like a trust or spending money that is allocated to her, but she would like to create her own money, her own, income stream. And how are you, I mean, like selling photographs, photograph opportunities, interviews, books, things like that.
Hmm. Does Lauren Sanchez, the former news anchor feel like her children like Jeff Bezos, or doesn't she really care? Like with her own family, because she's got 3 kids, I think, and Jeff has 4. So for her own family unit, how does she feel towards them?
So her own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, she says they love him. Okay. But let's pull in her kids and see how they feel about him. So, and you say she has 3.
I think so.
Okay. All right, I'm grabbing them now. Right. Do you like Jeff Bezos? They love him. It's true what she said. They do. They love him. Why? Because, they get whatever they want from him. She makes sure that the kids are very well taken care of. If they need anything, it is given freely. They have allowances. They have access to powerful people. Um, so it's very financially beneficial for them.
Well, that's good, I suppose. I'm still trying to understand if she's going to sell something like as a brand or just sell herself as the new brand, like, trying to put a Kardashian image forward for her.
Hmm. Are you just trying to make money? Will she make money? So the thing is, what I'm getting is really these are her ideas. But as I asked Steve Jobs, is she actually going to make money off of, building the Lauren Sanchez brand? Not really. Not really. They're really only interested in them as a couple, not so much her as an individual.
And well, thank you, Steve Jobs. I also, because you brought him up, I was going to ask Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. It was a TV show back in the old day, and he said he was famous for showing us how the rich and famous lived. And if we could just ask Robin Leach what he thinks about the Jeff Bezos personality and the Amazon that he's got.
Do you think about Jeff Bezos' personality? I mean, well, we're asking Robin Leach, so personality doesn't really come into it. He says it's about material wealth, how they live, what they eat, what they drink, where they go, what, furniture they buy, and that's the kind of thing that he's into.
What's Robin doing now?
What are you doing now? He's planning his next lifetime. Are you gonna? And he's going to be very poor.
Lifestyles of the poor and forgotten. Why is that?
Why? Because he didn't believe that having access to money in this lifetime was very beneficial to him.
Well, maybe we could tell him that money is important down here, that things have gotten more expensive, and he may want to revisit that plan.
Right. I did just relay that information over, but he says, no, you build better and more character by being poor and working your way up. Are you going
Mhm.
to work your way up? Eventually he will, but he wants to grow up dirt poor. He really does. He doesn't want, you know, an abundance of food on the table. He wants it to look like, you know, eating broth and clear soup. I mean, coming from parents that have addiction issues. And I'm saying, you know what, Robin, that's all well and good as you were sitting here telling me this. However, when you come to the earth plane with this level of problems, childhood problems in the home, it is very, very difficult to get yourself out of this hole or this trap. And he goes, I realize that, but I'm confident I can do it. Okay, that right there. Okay, that right there is the key to why souls fail
And
so
are
often.
delusional. Yeah.
Yes, this delusion. I think we need to start doing some CTT working on the delusion of the souls, because that to me is totally delusional, right? I mean, a drug addict mother, no money, alcoholic father, and then the father, what he's saying, will vacate the home, siblings that were, by different people, other druggies or other alcoholics, and mom is constantly under the influence. They're having to be parents and play the parental roles, and basically, mom becomes the child. The food money is spent on drugs and alcohol. I mean, that is not a good existence.
And it creates
It's not.
trauma, I'd argue. And the trauma, you don't really solve it, and it stays with you lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And there's no counseling when you're in the spirit plane, the soul plane, Robin.
Right. And you would need several souls growing up in those circumstances to throw you many lifelines, not just one lifeline. You would need at least a dozen, is what Spirit is saying, a dozen lifetimes, maybe even 20, and having, role models, and possibly having someone adopt you or take you in because your circumstances are so terrible. That's what I'm getting, and he's like, maybe I haven't thought this through. But you see, that is
One
the
soul at a
exact,
time.
yeah, that exact one cell at a time. How many times do we hear this? But that is the exact sort of, communication that is so detrimental. Again, when we go to the other side, that whole carrying those burdens, those are dropped here on the earth plane, so it's all forgotten about. Who cares? Everything is rosy. And I've got news for him. He is not as strong as what he thinks he is. He will not be able to make it. He won't. At best, he may be, okay. At best.
What do things look like over there for Robin now? Can you explain to us the afterlife? Anyone rich over there?
Anyone rich over there?
Eating
No, there's
caviar?
no need for money. Is there anybody, like, is there a specific class? Is there a class system over there? No, there's no class system. There's no color. There's no creed. There's no caste system. There's nothing. Nobody cares about anything like that. What about, do you separate, are souls separated like educated, advanced, or no, not really. I mean, there are some advanced souls, yes, and they're kind of in a league unto their own, is what he's saying to me. He says, but I don't associate with them. Nobody really gets to um associate with them, go into those circles or infiltrate those circles, is what he's saying. So we just all kind of do our own thing. And I'm like, well, surely you saw that when you were Robin here on the earth plane, that money was important here. And he's saying no, because most of the people he interacted with were not very nice.
Well, thank you very much, Liz Cross. Thank you, Robin Leach, and thank you, Lauren Sanchez and valedictorian, the class of whatever high school you were in, Jeff Bezos. We wish you all wonderful success in your new marriage and space forays and champagne wishes and caviar dreams to each one of you out there listening to Liz Cross and I.
Yeah, we really appreciate. This was interesting. I really, really wanted to know how they felt about the constant criticism that they receive from Europe and Europeans about renting Venice out and having all of these A-listers come to Venice, and it didn't matter. They didn't even bat an eyelid at that. They don't care. So, I mean, should they care? Shouldn't they care? Who knows? That's not for me to decide. That's for you guys to decide. But I just thought that was very interesting. I wanted to get their opinion on that. So thank you, Mr. Reality, for putting this together for us. And don't forget, Mr. Reality does have a tip jar listed down below.
Thank you, Liz. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.